Hi, I'm here to deliver your Amazon package.
Already?
Yes, you're a Valiente Prime customer, so I brought your package within 2 hours.
Thank you so much. Hello, I'm here with Rene Rodriguez, and he's here to give us some insight about himself, Amazon, and its operations. So, Rene, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yes, absolutely. So I'm, like Danny said, I'm Rene Rodriguez, 28 years old right now. I was raised in El Salvador, moved to Texas in 2006 to go study at Texas A&M, where I majored in supply chain management, graduated in 2010. Immediately, when I was finding a job, got hired with Amazon and moved to Pennsylvania, where I started as an area manager. Moved in 2013 to Texas. Was very happy to move down south in the warm weather, and now I'm here to discuss a little bit about Amazon and its operations.
What is your current position, and how would you describe a typical day at work?
I'm currently an operations manager at the Haslett, Texas Distribution Center. It's roughly a 1.2 million square facility, housing about 25 million units of inventory right now. On a daily basis, I'm in charge of 4 frontline area managers and about 600 associates on a daily basis. I'm responsible for my team's safety, quality, and productivity, and meeting the daily requirements or volume goals for the shift, as well as focusing on performing process improvements so that we can lower our costs for our customers and continue to grow.
How does your position impact Amazon's supply chain?
So as an operations manager, I have a great impact on the supply chain of Amazon and getting packages to the customer in a timely manner. Starting with our distribution center strategy, Amazon has distribution centers positioned all over North America. We try to get as close to the customer as well as close to the transportation carriers. Just to give you a little more background, we have different types of distribution centers. We have what we call sortable buildings, which hold a lot more inventory, a lot smaller inventory, as well as non-sort buildings where they hold items that are really non-conveyable or larger items. We have started to get more into pantry buildings or fresh buildings is something that we're experimenting where we deliver groceries to the customer, as well as we have buildings that focus on prime now customers, which deliver higher fast-selling items within 2 hours to the customer. As far as my position goes, I'm in charge of the daily requirements and tracking to make sure that the moment the customer order arrives into the building, I track to make sure that the item gets received, stowed, picked, and packed on time so that we can deliver it to the customer on time. Our systems allow us to track the movement of every item in the building, as well as they allow us to track at what time carriers are going to pull customer packages out of their inventory to make sure that we deliver customer promise.
What challenges do you encounter on a daily basis?
So every day is different at Amazon. Amazon is a very fast-paced environment. Some of the challenges that I encounter on a daily basis could be equipment issues where a conveyor maybe goes down, system issues, maybe certain stations are not functioning correctly. Could be an issue where lack of labor, people leaving early or low attendance on a given day. So every day is a little different and requires, from a strategy standpoint, being flexible, open-minded, being able to adjust your plans. Because at the end of the day, what we do is make sure that we get our packages out the door so they meet customer promise.
What is your inventory strategy, and how does it benefit the company?
Well, Amazon focuses on having great selection and availability. As an Amazon customer, if you go online and you search for whatever we want, guaranteed that we're going to have it. We have our retail and sales and operations planning teams who focus on forecasting and evaluating demand of certain inventory so that we can position it across the network in the most efficient or effective way. From an Amazon standpoint also, we also focus on continuously reevaluating the demand of inventory. There's times where we do reallocate inventory within different Amazon distribution centers to have the best availability for the customer, as well as, for example, when you order 5 items from the Amazon website, but all these items are located in different buildings across the network. From a transportation savings cost, we see more savings. Instead of us shipping you 5 different boxes from 5 different buildings, we reallocate the inventory or the customer orders to one building or as little buildings as possible so that you get most of your items in 1 or 2 packages.
I know that Amazon is very strategic when it comes to allocating inventory, but how do you manage high demand, for example, in holidays such as Black Friday and Cyber Monday, and how do you prepare for this?
Great question, because I'm actually going through this right now. We're actually in what we call our inbound peak right now, where we're trying to get all the inventory in the warehouse to get ready to have all the availability of inventory for the customers come Black Friday and Cyber Monday. Right now we're roughly receiving 6 million units on a weekly basis in preparation for this. We've been doing also a lot of hiring in preparation for the holidays to make sure that we have enough labor to meet customer demand. But honestly, I really enjoy the holidays. This is one of my favorite parts of the year. First 3 quarters of the year, we've been focusing mainly on process improvement and getting as efficient as possible. But we're about to enter the stage where we focus mainly on just executing and making sure that on an hourly basis, daily basis, that we're meeting our production goals, keeping our team safe, of course, but making sure that we're getting every package out the door on time, so the customer is satisfied and they get what they want.
How would you describe Amazon's supply chain? How does it differentiate from your competitors?
Like I said earlier, we focus on making sure that we have big coverage across the network and to be closer to the customers and having the best availability possible. Right now here I'm going to explain Amazon's virtuous cycle that Jeff Bezos actually created before starting the company. But we focus, obviously our main goal year over year is continuing to grow and having more coverage of our distribution centers. We focus on the low cost structure. How we achieve that is through automation, reinvestment of our money, and process improvement, which allows us to give Amazon customers lower prices, which obviously they love. On the customer experience standpoint, we also focus on fast, accurate delivery to our customers to make sure we always have the customer trust. Great customer experience leads obviously to more traffic on our website and more traffic as well from our sellers. So right now from our seller standpoint or supplier standpoint, I would say we have 2 main suppliers or sellers. We see Amazon own inventory that we deal with on a daily basis, but also one of our fast growing businesses right now is FBA, or Fulfilled by Amazon, which allows third parties for a monthly fee, to use our services and all the processes. So they pay us and we store our inventory and treat it as if it was our own. And it goes through all our receiving, picking, packing, and shipping processes to make sure it gets to the customer on time. With an influx or growth of sellers, that obviously leads to more selection, which we were talking earlier, how you go through the Amazon website and you can find anything you want. And customers love selection, which continues to go back to the customer experience and making customers happy. So this cycle is what we focus on a daily basis, which continues to allow us to grow roughly 30% year over year.
What is your relationship with your suppliers?
Okay, in our distribution center, we interact with our, let's say, suppliers or vendors on a daily basis. From the receiving standpoint, we have constant communication as far as scheduling trucks that are going to bring our inventory in, making sure that we're available whenever the vendor wants to drop their loads so we can process them right away, as well as we adjust or plan with our scheduling to make sure we can always maintain roughly half a day of backlog in our yard. From a shipping standpoint, I would say that we have very close communication with our transportation carriers to make sure that on every pool that we're going to ship our customer packages, to make sure that we have enough empty trailers to load our packages. If we need to adjust, to make sure that we're getting extra trailers in the yard, as well as if there's any issues, we always have that constant communication so that end state result, we can still deliver to the customer. Sometimes maybe we miss certain packages and we'll upgrade that package to a pool or a carrier that delivers faster to make sure that the customer gets their package on time.
What's your favorite part about working in Amazon?
There's a couple of different things I enjoy at Amazon on a daily basis. First, it's just the amount of people I interact with on a daily basis. Different personalities, different backgrounds. I enjoy also the fast-paced environment. Every day is a little different. It does bring challenges, but also I like the fast pace and the adjustment of the operation, as well as the amount of responsibility that I have and the culture of always wanting to lower cost through process improvements. So there's been a couple of different projects where I've been able to see my results and efforts materialize into cost savings as well.
So to conclude this interview, could you give us a fun fact about Amazon?
Do you want a fun fact about myself that I've experienced, or a fun fact about Amazon in general?
Let's say both.
Okay, so starting with Amazon in general, fun fact from last holiday season is that Amazon customers purchased enough Jenga sets to reach the top of the Empire State Building more than 70 times, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
As far as the my experience, I actually had a coworker last holiday season. So right on December 24th, a package didn't make it on the truck for a Christmas package. So that my coworker, he drove that package to San Antonio to the customer's house, and they delivered the package to the customer.
Oh my God, thank you so much for your help and for giving us so much insight about Amazon.
You're welcome. That was a great interview.